In the heart of Mexico, there's a small island known as Isla de las Muñecas, or the Island of Dolls. The island is famous for its eerie reputation and has long stood as a secret lurking in the shadows. The story of the island begins many years ago with a young man named Don Julián Santana, who lived alone on this very island. Don Julián was known in his village for being a bit different. He spent years caring for the island, growing fruit and fishing. But there was one thing that made him unique: his obsession with dolls. He collected them, always searching for more. His neighbors thought it was strange, but Don Julián believed the dolls had a special purpose. One day, while fishing near the island, Don Julián heard a loud splash. Following the sound, he discovered a little girl's doll floating on the water. The doll was dirty and worn, but its glass eyes seemed to shine. Don Julián felt a chill run down his spine, remembering a local story about a girl who had drowned many years ago. Her soul was said to wander the island, searching for something to keep her company. Feeling sorry for the doll, he decided to bring it back to the island. He hung it from a tree as a sign of respect. That night, he couldn't shake the feeling that the doll was watching him. The next morning, he found another doll washed up on the shore. This time, he tied it to another branch. Days turned into weeks, and with each passing day, Don Julián, "Are you sure we should be here?" Lucia asked, glancing around. "Come on, it's just some old dolls." Carlos laughed, trying to ease the tension. "What's the worst that could happen?" As they walked deeper into the island, they stumbled upon a small hut. The door creaked open, and the friends stepped inside. The sunlight barely reached them, and they could see strange paintings on the walls, images of girls and dolls. "This place is creepy," Maria whispered. Suddenly, they heard a soft whisper, almost like a lullaby. The friends exchanged frightened looks. "Did you hear that?" Miguel asked, his voice low. "Maybe it's the wind," Carlos suggested, but his shaky voice revealed his fear. Just then, a gust of wind blew through the hut, slamming the door shut. The friends jumped, hearts racing. They tried to open the door, but it wouldn't budge. "What do we do now?" Lucia cried, panic rising in her voice. "Stay calm," Miguel said. "Try and keep everyone focused. Let's find a window or something." As they searched for an escape, Maria noticed something strange on the wall. A doll hung there, with one eye missing. It seemed to be watching her. "Look," she pointed, and the others gathered around. "This one looks different," Miguel said, reaching for it. As he touched the doll, a chill ran through the room, and the whispers grew louder. "I don't like this," Lucia said, shivering. "Let's just find a way out." Before they could leave, shadows danced around them, and the whispers turned into distinct voices, echoing through the hut. The friends were frozen in a mixture of awe and terror. "Help me," the voices cried, blending into one sorrowful tone. "Help me find peace." The friends realized that the spirits of the girls were trapped with the dolls. The island was not just home to toys. It held the memories and souls of lost children. "Maybe we need to help them," Maria suggested. "But how?" Carlos asked, fear still evident in his eyes. "Don Julián kept collecting dolls to honor them," Miguel said thoughtfully. "Maybe we can bring them something, too." The friends agreed, and each of them began to think of what they could offer. They searched the hut and found items that meant something to them: a necklace, a baseball, a drawing. Each item represented a promise to remember the lives of the little girls. With newfound courage, they placed the items near the doll on the wall. The air shifted around them, and suddenly the door swung open. They ran outside, bursting into the daylight, the fog lifting around them. As they reached the shore, they glanced back at the island, now appearing less terrifying and more beautiful. The dolls swayed gently from the trees, as if waving goodbye. "I think we helped them," Maria said, feeling a wave of relief wash over her. "Yeah, I think we did," Miguel agreed, smiling at his friends. The group left the island with a story they would never forget. They realized that sometimes what seems scary can hold deeper secrets, waiting for someone to listen. The Island of Dolls was a haunted place, but it was also a reminder of lost memories and the importance of compassion. From that day forward, the friends always spoke of Isla de las Muñecas, They remembered it not just as a haunted island, but as a place of mystery and spirit, where dolls hung from trees like guardians of stories long buried. The island remained a secret, but also became a part of their own story, one they share with others, ensuring that the souls of the dolls would never be forgotten